My first definition of power was a tide pool. Barnacles duke it out on granite battlefields, intergenerational wars for space pressed against the limits of what is tolerable. The shoreline turns salty mosaic. Serpentine carvings delineate borders between species, and I imagine this is what war looks like from space. Biology teaches us nature is a combat zone. Resources are scarce, good competitors win, bad competitors lose, and we are merely life repeating itself. There are competitors, and there's me, lonely child obsessed with water, and as a scientist, I'm often told to work in isolation, for the climate roars, and I alone must put out its flame. There are scientists, and there is me. Card-carrying ecologist stares at the ocean for so long one iris turns cyan. I translate the sea and learn a different story. A mussel says, I need my brethren to survive. My body is a refuge, and all newcomers cling to me in the pulling waves. On shore, sea oats huddle together. Far apart from each other they perish, but in clumps they catch sand and become dunes. In numbers they build entire coastlines. Deep in midnight blue, I watch a coral twice my size depend on algae smaller than my fingernail just to make it through the night. I translate the sea in 5 languages, from my native tongues to English and scientific jargon and back again. Example, the stress gradient hypothesis predicts ecological interactions between organisms shift positively as environmental stress increases. In plainer words, when life is most unsurvivable, we help each other. I translate the sea because no one is listening. This coastline can teach us resilience, cooperation, stability. The ocean says, my most diverse ecosystems are the ones that thrive, and I wonder how the giant whale, rolling its gray eye towards me, and those strange little barnacles know life lessons long before we do. In these briny gyres, there are planktonic fish larvae. In plainer words, small, young, and free-floating aimlessly in a wide expanse. There's fish larvae, and there's me, small, young, and diasporically carried by currents far beyond my understanding. I also search for a place to settle. I search for people to find refuge in, to cling to, dispersal, flung thousands of miles away from home, and suddenly, community is lifeline. As a scientist, I am often told to work alone, and I say no. I am often told to work alone, and I say no. I will not ignore life's lessons. Me, a freckled face with a bucket at the tide pool, I spend my whole life translating, and today I speak for the sea. I say everything is connected. Every breath we take in this room is a gift from the water. She gathers and folds carbon dioxide into the deep so we might inhale one more time. We walk within a rich tapestry of other living beings. Mutual aid networks started here, in our cells, in the very fabric of our evolution. If the microscopic plankton know this lesson, we can too. There is no such thing as too late in a tide pool. When life is most unsurvivable, we help each other. Today, I speak for the sea, and I pass on this message. When we touch the earth, she touches us back. Survival is not lonely, nor was it ever meant to be.